$200 per day. So your food is going to be $400. So you see how things are all kind of connecting. So yeah, you always have good crafty, water, coffee, all those things. And people are really gonna appreciate this. And if you're doing a production with no budget, si ustedes no tienen dinero para una producción y todavía quieren hacer esta película, que es bien importante para ustedes, hay mucha gente que van a hacer el proyecto porque por la pasión que hay hacia el proyecto y porque hay comida. La gente le encanta eso, la gente aprecia eso, que haya café, que haya agua. Como dice el decir, ¿cómo es? A barriga llena, corazón contento. So, that sort of thing. People are going to be happy that there's food, that there's coffee, and they're going to be in a better mood. Let's see. So, for example, in the clip I showed you, Ernesto Pagán, we had that first scene that you see where there's like a lot of people in the party, in the wake, sorry, not party, like at the wake. Those were, I think, for those two, because we shot that in 2 days, those were like the scenes with the whole crew and the whole extra. So it was like 50 people inside that little house. So we had to feed 50 people for 2 days. That's another thing you need to keep in mind when you're doing the breakdown. If you're gonna need extras for how many days, things like that. Always be organized, be diligent. Tengan un documento con todo eso organizado, because when you're gonna be filming, and they tell you, hey, I need money for this, you need to check all the money you have left. So be as organized as possible, and always keep the receipts. Siempre quédense con esos recibos. That's the way, al final de la producción, that's how you're gonna know how much money you spent. And unless you have, I don't know, people gave you like a bunch of money, all this money is gonna come out de sus bolsillos. So, quiero que ahorren lo más que puedan, porque estoy seguro que todo este dinero va a venir de sus bolsillos. Yeah, I've been there, so it's tough. Something I want to say is, like, up to this point, we've been talking about paying people for this, paying people for that. Oh, I need to pay the director, I need to pay the actor. People are willing to do all this for free or for really cheap. They just need to see your passion for the project and see that you're responsible. I did a short film 2 months ago here in Chicago. I live in Chicago now. And all the money came from out of my pocket, but you wouldn't believe, like, mostly all the crew members worked for free. There was one actor, he lived in Florida, and he liked the story so much and like our approach that he paid for his own ticket and for his own place to stay. He just showed up, filmed the scenes, and then left. So, there's ways, and I'm going to show you some things that are going to help you with that. So this is the production. The other part of a production is the post-production. So, ¿qué viene después de que grabemos la película? So keep in mind that you still need to budget somebody who's going to edit the film, right? Somebody who's going to color the film. Somebody who's going to do the music for the film. Somebody who's going to do the sound for the film. Stuff like that. And again, these are things you can get for free or cheap, but you should budget it, because that way you have an idea of what you're going to spend. And it's going to be great that you say, oh, I'm going to spend $500. And then you just spend $100. It's going to be a great feeling. So that's why we do the budget, is to be prepared. And then there's, what else is not? And then a tip that I learned the hard way is, like, for every production, you should have like a separate hard drive for that production. Like all the coloring goes into that hard drive, all the music is in that hard drive, all the editing is in that hard drive, and then you can back that hard drive up. So if you can, I mean, it depends on your budget. You can buy a hard drive for every film. That's what's recommended. But you can also put 2 films in one hard drive. It depends on, I mean, if you're shooting with a big camera, then it would be better if you had like individual hard drives. But if you're shooting a movie with your phone or like an iPhone or something, you can put a bunch of films in a hard drive. And then something else. I'm almost done. Promise. Something else that you should keep in mind is the purpose of a film is for people to see it, right? So if you're planning on having your film in film festivals, then you also need to budget film festivals for your film. And film festivals can be super expensive. Super. The other day, it was a film festival. It was like $90 for a short. I was like, nah, it's not, you know. So I would recommend do your research, like a lot of research on the festivals. See which one is going to go with your type of story, because there's millions of festivals around the world. So, and there's like some really specific short films, like Latino film festivals, international film festivals. There's local film festivals in Mexico, I'm sure, like a bunch, stuff like that. So just research that. And festivals tend to have 3 deadlines. It's the early deadline, which is the one you want. That's the cheapest. It's like $20, $30, depends. The regular deadline, which is a little bit más caro, and then the late deadline, which is the one you want to avoid, which is going to cost you like $70, $90, you know, and you know, $200 for 2 short festivals instead of like 5. That's a lot. I mean, and you know, you all are still starting out. When you're rich, you know, it's going to be like whatever, $90. But for now, if you're like struggling filmmakers, it's going to make a difference. And the bigger, more prestigious film festivals are pricier. So just have that in mind. Like Cannes, I think it's free. But like South by Southwest or Austin, you know, the big festivals are pricier. See what else. You know what? Let's see the budget. I'm gonna show you a budget. Can we pull up the budget again? Just the first page. And then I'm gonna show you what basically you're gonna see is this is a template I took from a program called Magic Movie Budgeters, like a pro program, and the template is from like a Marvel Studios thing. So this is how they would budget like a Marvel film, right? So this is this is the lookbook. I want the budget, please.
You didn't send me a budget. You just sent me those 2.
Oh, let me check. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. But you know what? Let's start talking about this. So we'll get back to the budget. So this is what you're seeing now. This is a lookbook. This is another tool you can use to basically, this is gonna help crew members and people who want to get involved in the production, people who want to invest money in the film, or you know, just getting people, or you want an amazing location, right?